The installation of the CubeSaver track system will consist of 2 bulkhead halves, a front bar assembly, 4 lengths of track, 2 with side-mounted brackets on them, and 2 that will run down the center. And we've also got a rear bar assembly that contains the lift assist mechanisms. We also have pipe assemblies with trolleys and hangers. The first step to installing the CubeSaver track system is most importantly to have someone help you. Then we're going to hold up the front bar assembly. We're going to pre-drill our holes and we're going to fasten them with the hardware provided. Now, we've already pre-drilled these holes, and I want you to keep in mind that depending on your trailer manufacturer or the trailer build, you may have different hardware for each system that is supplied by FG Products. The next step is to install the side tracks. These are the lengths of track that go in the upper corner of the trailer and are mounted into the sidewall. We want to make sure that we insert the track all the way into the corner bracket. Sometimes it's kind of tight. You might need a hammer to help you out. And then we're going to move these brackets to a location where we have reinforcement in the wall of vertical posts so we can install them with the hardware. For this step, we don't want to install them too tightly because we're going to need a little bit of play when we put the back bar on. So I'm just going to put screws in here to help us hold it up, and then we can move forward. Okay, now we have both lengths of track along the sidewall loosely in place. That is again because we'll need some play in them when we insert this end into the 3-way brackets on the rear bar. We've installed the bulkheads in a staggered position so that we can walk through, and I've got the helper on the other side so that I can now take one of the center lengths of track, feed it through the notch at the top of the bulkhead, and then he'll grab that end and put it into the 3-way bracket on the front bar. Right now we're going to slide the second length of center track through, and again he'll put it into the 3-way bracket. The next step is to attach the center track sections to the ceiling by using this little bracket here. Again, we don't want to tighten them up too tight because we're going to need a little bit of play on the end of it when we attach the rear bar assembly. As you can see hanging there, I have one pipe assembly in place. I want to explain it here on the second one. I'm going to take the length of pipe, and on it I've got one of the hangers. I'll put on the other one. The flat plate side should be towards the bulkhead. Each of these trolleys here has a pin on it, and they are marked trailer center and trailer sidewall. So I'm going to take the trailer center, put it into the pipe, and now when I put it into the track, I want this skinny section to go in first. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put the trailer sidewall pipe in there. Hold them up like this. Skinny end in first. And roll the section in. The next step then is to put on the rear bar, and getting all 4 lengths of track to line up to the brackets. will require the use of a second person, as well as possibly a rubber mallet or a hammer to pound it on. We've got it started now, so we're just going to finish up. Make sure that it's all the way on. We're going to pre-drill and screw in with the fasteners provided, and then we're going to go all the way around the perimeter of the track and make sure that all the fasteners are secure. We want to insert a bolt and a nut through this three-way bracket to further secure the center lengths of track. So I'm going to drill through here. Once we have that in place, we want to make sure we do it to the rest of the locations, all 4 locations where we have a three-way bracket. To install the lift assist, if it's not already installed, we've got 2 studs up here in the corner bracket at the rear bar. I'm going to take the nuts off from there. I'm going to take this lift assist and hold it so the wheel is out toward the rope. I'm going to put the rope into the knurled wheels and pull it through. And then place it over the studs and fasten it again with the nuts. Once I've got this secured, I'm going to go and do the exact same on the opposite side. On this side here, I want to show you a little bit more in detail on how to thread the rope. If I take the lift assist like it is to be mounted on the wall, the wheel is up, the pulley is up. I'm going to pull it away from the wall, thread the rope behind the wheel and through the 2 knurled spindles so that when I pull the rope, it will actually lock down on itself. In order to mount the bulkhead to the track system, we want to slide the pipe assembly up against the bulkhead. You'll notice that I've pushed the bulkhead halves together and straightened them out in the trailer. We're going to center this mounting plate in the armor ply reinforcements, and then we're just going to mark the holes and drill them all the way through to the back side. Once we have all the holes drilled, we're going to slide this back against the bulkhead. Now behind the bulkhead, I've got my assistant who's going to hold up this backing plate, and when I put the screws or bolts through the bulkhead, he will then apply a washer and a locking nut. You may need a hammer to help you get it all the way through, like that. Again, we just want to snug up the bolts. Now that the bulkhead halves are firmly attached to the pipe bracket assembly, I want to make sure of one last thing, and that is that the rope for the lift assist is routed properly. So I'm just going to lift up one bulkhead half here, clip it into the D-ring on the bottom back side of the bulkhead, and lift it up to the ceiling, and then this installation is complete.